With the spry fish in hand, you head back towards Oreo's clinic. Bruno looks at your group sadly, reluctant for this little adventure to end. You hand the fish to Oreo and ask him to make you the supplement. "Give me a moment," he says, then takes the fish and heads into the back. "It's ready," he says, emerging from his room and handing you a bottle. You hope this will get Mar back on his feet. You need to get back to Unionville on the double. But before that... You face Bruno and say, "Take care," then run off. But Bruno stops you and says he wants to journey with you just a little longer. But Oreo is quick to douse the flames of his desire. "You will stay here and study," he commands. "Then you leave me no choice," Bruno's expression reads as he raises both hands behind his head and squats at hyperspeed. "I want to show this power to the world," Bruno proclaims to his father. "You have much to learn, my son," Oreo retorts as he starts sidestepping at breakneck speed. Only the sound of their labored breathing and bodies moving resonates through the otherwise silent room. You can only look on in stunned silence at the enigmatic display. Bruno falls to his knees, panting. "You have grown, my son," Oreo says, looking no worse for wear. "So are you coming with us or not?" Melanie interjects, ever the blunt one. "Only our muscles know the answer," comes Bruno's cryptic reply. "I don't get it," Ridis remarks frankly. On the condition that he study nutrition upon his return, Bruno is allowed to go with you for just a little while longer. You realize that these two have a very special way of talking that no one else can understand. Hearing yet another roar in the distance, you realize you need to get the supplement to Mar so you can investigate the sound together. And fight. Mar lies listlessly upon the bed, looking somewhat haggard. You help Mar sit up. "Drink this, Mar," you say to him gently. He weakly opens his mouth, and you slowly pour the energy concentrate inside. Mar abruptly bolts up and turns his head toward you with a puzzled look. It looks like Mar is all better now. You give Mar a tight hug. Mar mews softly in discomfort. Overcome with joy, you sob and stroke Mar's head. Melanie and Ridis watch you too with a smile. Bruno is deeply moved to see nutrition bringing a smile to others. With this, you can finally put the happenings of that strange village behind you. You decide to take Bruno back to Shoreland, then continue your search for the dragon. You arrive at Bruno's house. Though he seems to want to adventure a little more, he reluctantly enters his house. You ask Oreo if he knows anything about the monster behind that mighty roar. He says that the creature nests atop a tower not far from town. With that, your next destination is decided. Here, you will part ways with these two, but you owe a great deal to the nutritionist and his son. Bruno looks at you, his eyes begging you to let him come along. What will you say? "Let us defeat the dragon together," you say to him. You are sure his power and knowledge will come in handy against the beast. And you realize with a grin, he will be so happy just to come along that he will not want a share of the reward. Bruno is happy he can continue the journey, but Oreo stops him before he can get carried away. "You must stay here and study," Oreo says. Bruno explains that the journey thus far has taught him the splendor of nutrition, and he now wishes to travel the world to deepen his knowledge. After hearing his son out, Oreo suddenly removes his glasses, and in the blink of an eye, the flesh of Bruno's cheeks, pectorals, and abdomen recess. And Bruno is lifted off his feet with a dull roar. Your eyes go wide at Oreo's assault, which was too fast for your eyes to catch. Knowledge of nutrition can help save lives, but also strike down enemies, Oreo says softly. "Wow. Nutrition is incredible," Ridis marvels, not putting too much thought into the events before her. Knowledge is the true power. You tremble, never wanting to make an enemy of Oreo. Though Oreo still deems his son's knowledge insufficient, he tells him to travel the world and surpass him someday. "Thank you, Father," Bruno says from the ground, moved to tears by the strength of Oreo's knowledge. So it comes to pass that you journey to the tower with Bruno to find the roaring beast. Yeah. fight. Good work. You come across a gaping hole in the ground. A sign beside it depicts a piece of armor, followed by, "Do not drop this in the hole." It's only human to want to do exactly what you're told not to. However willing you might be, you don't have the armor depicted, so you walk away. About the enemy. Excellent. Good work. Something's catching the sunlight just so. You move closer to get a better look at it. You find a chest lodged in the hollow of a tree. Something about this feels familiar. You fish a note out of your pack. Sure enough, this is the location those thieves mentioned when you were eavesdropping. Quite convinced you've found their stash, you open the chest with a self-satisfied smirk on your face. and fight. Nice work. You pick up a scrap of paper dropped by some manner of monster. It has a message scrawled on it in crude lettering. Clearly, whoever dropped this message, you stash the scrap of paper in your pack and resolve to keep an eye out for the treasure on your travels. Congrats. We have finally arrived at the Tower of Legend. Is everyone ready? You ask with a posed look. Bruno is the first to respond. But this is just an old lighthouse, he remarks, oblivious to your sudden embarrassment. Riddis snorts to herself, seeing you red in the face from jumping to conclusions. It appears this sturdy door has a magic seal on it. Unfortunately, it is out of her realm of expertise. Riddis rolls up her sleeves and shouts, "Open Sesame!" You all watch in silence as the door stays shut. You snort to yourself, seeing Riddis red in the face. Even Melanie looks vexed, lacking the proper skills to open the door. Bruno exhales deeply, then places both hands on the door. He pushes with all his might, his breath labored, chest heaving, sweat dripping, and it opens. It seems the magic seal could not protect the door from the physical might of your most stalwart. This is the power of power, Bruno pants, but you promptly ignore him and enter the tower. About the enemy. Fortune favors the bold. You did great. That was lucky. About the enemy. was lucky. And fight. Let's do this. And fight. footing suddenly crumbles. With no way of saving yourselves, you fall downward. Once more from the bottom. Nice work. Foolish humans. Did you come here to consign the drops of salvation to oblivion? The monster asks. It sounds like he is saying something important, but you do not understand it in the slightest. Melanie is so absorbed in thinking about the creature's words, she cannot hear you calling her. Ridis has given up on thinking and whistles an offbeat melody to herself. You have made it. While everyone is distracted, the monster attacks. Out the enemy. Let's do this. That was lucky. Something glimmers on the floor. Melanie suggests it might be money. You are instantly upon the shining object, picking it up. Melanie asks why you have such a fixation with money. We were poor, so you begin. Then remember being serious isn't in your character. Leaving your past a mystery, you quickly throw aside the shiny piece of glass and move on. Congrats. The ground collapses beneath your feet. You fall 3rd time's the charm. Fortune favors the bold. Don't hold back. Nice work. Excellent. That was lucky. Out the enemy.